Hi guys. Okay, let's try and do this. I think it's really important to do the entire face with you guys because if you're going out tonight and you really want to have a really beautiful Valentine's Day look that, you feel is going to, you're either going out with the girls or you're going out with your guy, but you want that like intense, it's a super date night kind of thing. So we're doing the whole face. I'm gonna just get started because there's so much to do. First, I'm gonna prime my face with, yes, the Monistat. I wanted to show you guys what it looked like. It's basically your same texture. It's a powder gel, same texture as the Smashbox. Put enough on there. You can put this on with your hands. If you're doing it to a client, don't. See, it's like a powder. It looks exactly, trying to get it. It looks exactly the same. So you want to put this all over your face and neck, over eyes, anywhere there's going to be makeup, you want to put this. So I'm not saying use a ton, but I just moisturize my face. Use about, as much moisturizer you would be putting on. And that's pretty much how much you need. Just one little, squirtwort. In this case, one little worth. So I'm going to get out one of my little wipies. Now, you guys don't have to do this, but this is how I do it. It's good to have wipes with you anyways if, like, you need to, like, kind of wipe something off or, like, you get something on your hands. You don't, have to do the way I clean my brushes thing. That's not 100% necessary for everybody. That's just how I do it. Because then I can, the brushes I'm only going to use for a second, I can clean them off right away. And like I said, I'm using two of the basically foundation brushes because we are going to need to clean up afterwards. So I'm going to start with that Shawnee Foundation Concealer Palette. Remember that stuff I said I saw an advertisement for rosacea? It's called Prosacea. I will buy some and see if it works. My toner seems to be slowly helping by Garnier. So we'll see what happens with both. I'm going to use 2 fingers for this because I get where the redness, it is mostly on my cheeks, but I do get it down here. I do have a little on my chin. So with that soft, powdery, that silky base or primer I just put on, this is going to blend on my face much easier. That's why I prefer, like, if I were to buy a Smashbox concealer, I would get the one that has the green color in it. It's just really the only time. I don't have a Sephora, I don't have an Ulta. If I have to buy it, I have to buy it online, or once a year when I go to the outlets, if they happen to have it there. I don't think I've ever even seen that there. So that's nice and blended in. You can totally tell the difference from which side is done and which side isn't. So let's do the other side. Got to make sure because I have it on my nose. And that blends really fast and really easily with this kind of a base. I should technically probably use both the L'Oreal and this. I might start doing that. Now I badly need to do a mask, an exfoliating mask. It's just, budgeting is so hard. It's like I need to buy makeup, I need to buy, you know, outfits for the different websites, and I have to keep it in a monthly, you know, budget. So now I'm gonna, because I did put my Garnier eye roller on for my bags, but I mean, it works. You can notice a difference when you put it on, but I'm still rocking some bags. So I'm gonna take the next one that's right next to the green. I'm gonna use my pinky. Now my legs, oh my gosh, my nails are starting to grow out because technically my Valentine's Day present is I'm having a spa day, because we celebrate the anniversary of the day we got together. So a lot of times we'll mix like Valentine's Day and like all those things wrapped up into one. So that's what we decided that I'm gonna do. But I am gonna do it. I'm not doing it until March 1st. So, and I said I wouldn't come back until that day. I'll be getting a facial, my nails, my toes. I really wanted to get a massage, but my husband should be doing that. So I decided just to go with that. Oh, so yeah, the facial, I'll be getting a facial, which I desperately need to have. Never had one done, ever. The facial, nails, toes. I think that's about it. But I don't get my toes done because most of the year I'm wearing closed-toed shoes, which really stinks because I have so many cute pairs of shoes that are open-toed. I came from California, so that's what came with me. And I still am in the habit of buying open-toed shoes. I'm like, I need to, so I've been really good about if I want to buy shoes. The last pair I just bought are open-toed, but spring is on its way. So now we're ready for some foundation. Now I use the BB cream and the foundation. Not everybody has to do it. I like Neutrogena. I was using the Revlon too, but due to my my skin is, like, I wouldn't say I have dry skin, I wouldn't say I have oily skin, it's definitely combination skin. What's the best thing to do? Add one of each. Something for oily skin, something for dry skin. So that's why these work so well together. Not to mention, this is a super light color. This is a medium color. My face goes from really pale to, like, during summer months it can get a bit darker. So it's just best for me to use these two. So I'm gonna I need to shake it because it's like, this is like a really thick color. My dog's barking. My son's home today and he's like, I don't want to be on camera. So if he busts in, I might have to stop the tutorial. I wish they had like a pause on here where I could like continue. I'll get, I just started doing this. I'll get better equipment, and I'm doing this through my webcam. This is something that's going to take a little while for me to have a perfect video. Not to mention, right now I'm at a place where I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do a video that week. Alright, so we got dots all over our face. That's pretty much the best way. A lot of people use their hands when they put foundation on. I don't recommend it. Beauty blenders are a really good way to put foundation on, because you can, because you wet it, you can get a very dewy finish. And as we get older, our face does tend to dry out. Now I'm putting on my BB cream, like you guys have seen me do before. Not as much, because I don't want it to be too dark. Plus, I don't want too much on my face. I don't want to be cake face. But when you're doing a look like this, your makeup's going to be kind of heavy, because you're doing this is a very advanced look from what we've been doing. And it is technically part of that black market set, because I'm using that eyeliner as an eye base to start it off, because the eyeshadow that we're using is so dark. So I'm going to take my Coastal Scents Stiffle. I have quite a few Stiffle brushes, and I've had this set for over a year, and it's not getting worn out on me. It's lasting. This is my favorite Stiffle brush I've ever had so far. So that's good. 'Tis good. 'Tis good. So I kind of close my mouth when I do I go over, just so I don't get a ton of foundation on my lips. That's my dog trying to get in. I don't know why she just doesn't go in the other room with my son. He gets a 4-day weekend. Lucky him. Okay, so now I'm blending. When you do two different colors, and you could do this with foundations if you have the same issue and you just can't find a color, you can buy, two different foundations. Maybe you can get one that's more of a higher, like a MAC or a Chanel, and then get a lower end, one that costs less, of a different color, so you're not buying two expensive foundations every time you need foundation. Now what I used to do when I bought Estee Lauder is I would only buy my foundation when they were doing the gifts, because normally a bottle of Estee Lauder foundation would last me about as long as it did for when their new little gift set came out. So a lot of times I would, if I did happen to run out before the gift set, I'd get something a little cheaper and wait. Sorry, my dog is barking. She does this all day. Usually, I've told you, we live right in front of the marina. It's sunny out right now, which for Washington, if it's sunny here in Birch Bay, people are out. So, and I mean, she's a friendly dog, but anything crosses her view of our big glass door, she's gonna let people know, hi, I can see you. Alright, so we've got our face on. I'm trying to do the face fast, so when we do the eyes, we can really spend more time on it. Now, I know, yesterday, I was almost done, and it had already been 1 hour and 33 minutes. I don't have the equipment to edit and try to you guys know how to put foundation on. So you don't need to see me do the whole thing. I just right now don't have the tools to shorten it. I will get there, I promise. So just please hang in there with me. If you really want to learn this look and see how the eyes are done, you can either watch the entire video or you can fast forward it to when I get to the eyes, unless like you want to see when I contour my nose, because the only reason I'm doing the whole face is because there's things I'm doing that I haven't done before, and it's a, you know, date night slash like almost a red carpet look, and I feel there are certain things you guys need to see, so I'm doing the whole face. So now I'm going in with my Palladio rice powder, because we need to set that foundation, and you know, I don't want to be overly shiny, so I pretty much, oops, I need to take the pad out, or the little powder puff. It's barely even a powder puff. Apparently I heard that it's better to use like a professional powder puff to put on your powder. I mean, things that I hear change all the time, but everybody has their preference, and right now I find I get the best results with my powder brush. So I kind of dot the areas where I feel I need the most coverage so it sticks in that area, and then I just go over it really quick. And I'm using that liquid highlighting color. We might have to go back in because some of the makeup does come off, but that's why we have that other brush. Or if you guys don't need to clean your brush like I do, just make sure you keep your foundation and your foundation brush with you, so that if you do need to, after we've done our eyes, if you need to go back in, you can. Some people like to do their eyes first. That's totally fine, but I like having the foundation on my eyes, so that's why I do these kinds of looks. Like a little hair from the powder puff came off. Okay, so now, like I always do, I'm gonna prime my eye, because I want the primer to sit as long as I can before I do anything to my eyes. Dang, I couldn't get that out. The reason my primer potion is so small, because I only buy them like when Ulta or Sephora, when Urban Decay does one of their palettes, and it comes with these, and it comes with the 24/7 pencil, and it usually comes with the 24/7 and 0, my favorite. So I always buy one, and that's how I like keep stock of my primer potion and my 24/7 pencils. So, and sometimes I'll even wait for that item to go on sale. Like the Naked 3 just came out, like not even that long ago, so I'll buy it, but I'm gonna wait until it goes on sale, because like you guys know, I don't pay full price for anything if I don't have to. Yes, of course, I would love to, like, it's so hard for me to be like, I want to buy this right now, but I can wait. Alright, let's take our eyebrow. Not everybody does this. I feel you should, because whenever you do your eyebrows, when you're going to color them in, if you brush them a little first, if there's any dead skin, this will take it off. Not to mention, it will shape them better before you color them in. Now, you don't have to. I know I've never really even seen anybody in a tutorial do that, but I am seriously obsessed with trying to make my eyebrows look as perfect as possible. So now I'm going in with my gel liner, the Makeup Geek gel liner in the color Mobster, because it's technically a shade lighter than my hair. I probably am going to dye my hair tonight, so I might have to go even lighter. I don't know. We'll see how it comes out, because I'm trying to go back to more of my original dark brown, because when you have jet black hair like I've had for so many years, it does make your face, I need to turn this on, make your face look more pale. You know, I've gotten lots of compliments about, oh, you have porcelain skin, it's so beautiful. And, you know, I like that. That's what I'm known for, you know, is my kind of vintage look. But sometimes you want to change stuff up a bit. Now, this I do take my time with, because I want it to be as perfect as I can get it. A lot of times too, like if you pluck your eyebrows, you can do this first so that you don't mess up when you're plucking, because I messed up the other day when I plucked my eyebrows, and I plucked too much. So sometimes you can shape them and to where how you want your eyebrows, and then pluck. So shape them, color them in, then pluck what you don't want there, and that will kind of preserve your eyebrow shape, and you won't accidentally take too much off or forget anything. It's just I'm lazy about it. Sometimes I do it. I didn't yesterday and I messed up. Thank God for this Makeup Geek cream liner, because it fills it in. Okay, so eyebrows are looking good, but now I want to gel them so those suckers stay where they're supposed to stay. I'm thinking about getting some good, probably from Benefit, brow gel or brow wax, so that I can use it only like for when I go out or something. Because surprisingly, my Macy's does have a Benefit counter. They don't have MAC, which almost every Macy's has a MAC, and mine doesn't. And it's always more expensive buying online, because you have to pay for shipping. Unless like you spend however much to get free shipping. Now, if I was a makeup artist, I'd be able to get my, because MAC does give, you know, licensed makeup artists discounts. You get like 40% off. Now, technically, I am a makeup artist, but I'm freelance. I'm not licensed. So now I'm gonna clean that real quick. So I'm not gonna use this anymore. Okay, now we're gonna contour, and then you're gonna see how to contour your nose. So that's kind of cool. So for our contour today, I'm using that NYX blush and taupe. That's basically what it looks like. It's taupe. It's a taupey color. It's perfect for my skin tone. If you need to go, bronzers are like probably the best for contouring, but it's not like you have to do it with the bronzer. So I kind of just pat. This is my Coastal Scents contour brush, and I kind of look to see how much product. I don't like so I don't get too much. I just pat it until I see, okay, I have enough on there. And you blend it out anyways. So tap off any excess. When we contour, sometimes I have the problem of going down too far. You want to kind of just keep it like right, not very far, because you're going to be blending. So do the fish face. Okay, let's do the other side. You can go up a little bit if you want. Oh, boobala. Now this side ended up a little darker. The other side. So I'm going to add a little bit more. Doesn't really matter. It's going to all blend out anyway. Now let's take the tiniest bit and get under here, right along the jawbone. Don't go to your chin. Just tiniest bit. You don't need much. This helps to shape your face. It really does help thin out your face. It really like shapes your face when you do these steps. And then you're gonna over your forehead, just at the top, not all over your forehead. I believe I've told you before. Okay, now we're gonna do our nose. So you're gonna want a brush that's similar to the 224. You can even use a pencil brush if you want, which technically I don't know, it doesn't, they don't, these brushes don't technically have names. I think the box it had names, but the brush I'm using for this is the Coastal Scents from the same big brush set. It looks kind of like an outer V brush. It's like a smaller dome, pointed, and that's why I wanted to use this one, because it's kind of pointed at the top, so I can draw a better line, because you're basically drawing lines on your nose. So dip this in, like almost like you're doing an eyeshadow, and then tap it off. Now, we have this little, from where our eyebrow is, there's this, you know, kind of a sideways U or a C shape. You start right where that starts, work your way down alongside your nose with most of the color at that top, and just do it on the side of your nose. Now, I'm not going to leave it like this. We are going to blend it out. But if you can see, one side of my nose looks bigger than the other. So it definitely slims your nose. Melissa Gorga from The Real Housewives, she is like the nose contour master. I have never seen somebody know how to contour their nose, because I know she does. People have asked if she has a nose job, and no, she contours her nose and it just looks perfect. So as you can see, I've kind of created a smaller nose, but I do need to blend it out. I'm not going to yet, because I want to do my blush and everything before I blend anything out. I like to kind of blend everything where it's like everything just kind of goes together, so you don't have line, line, line. Okay. So now I'm going to do my blush, get my favorite one, which is the Kirkland one, and that NYX, it's super pink. If you guys went out and bought it, or you looked online and saw it, I mean, it's very pink. That is not... I'll try as hard as I can to, you know, get some better equipment. Maybe my next birthday or whatever thing, I can kind of hold off on some clothes and spend some money on equipment. Because I want you guys to, you know, truly know what everything looks like. So I kind of put a bit on there because we're going for a dramatic look. And it's Valentine's Day, and you want some pink cheeks. So we're going to smile, and we're going to do the apples of the cheek. Mainly the color is going to be on your apples, and you're going to blend backwards. So what I do is I take it from the fat side of the brush, where it's angled, to go back. So I do a little around, and I start going backwards. Oh, I'm getting old. I need Botox. It's time to Botox my smile lines. I don't think I'd ever do that. Okay. I mean, it's bright. I definitely wouldn't want to go out like this, so it's going to be blended. You guys can't really tell. I mean, you can see how dark the contour is right now, but that's going to be toned down, obviously. So I've got about that much on there. That kind of shows a little bit more how bright it is. I kind of work my way back. But you mostly do it on the apples. That's where you want most of your color. Kind of go back and... Okay. Now we're gonna... I still haven't got this... I don't know how much I need for this liquid, the luminizer. I still haven't. I normally use powders, so I'm not used to the liquid highlights. I think this is the only liquid highlight that I have. And like, you need the tiniest bit. Like, some obviously came off. I can probably just use that. It'll be enough. That might even be too much. Just on the upper cheek. And I'm just gonna pat it. I mean, that's pretty... Like, that was obviously a little too much. But it'll get toned down. And that's really supposed to just kind of go on the... You just want that glow. For, you know, it's all about lighting, man. It's all about lighting. It's good for pictures, you know, if you're going out tonight and, you know, you want to have good lighting on your face. And that's why we highlight our cheekbones. You don't have to do it as an everyday step, but especially when you're going out or you're going to be taking pictures, you want to have that highlight on. I'm going to use a little less because now I'm just going to start from the back. I mean, that is some potent... A little bit, 2 fingers. It's like it doesn't want to blend. It just wants to be like, hi. Maybe I need a lighter color, and that's the problem. I mean, it is a pretty light. It's the lightest one they had, but I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need a lighter one. Maybe I will if I can find a. Maybe I can go to Burberry.com, and it's probably gonna cost me a bajillion dollars, but and buy it from the website. So now we're going to take our powder brush and we're going to blend everything we just did out until it all goes together and looks pretty much perfect. Even the highlighter. Just go, start from the contour, work your way up your face. You're my chair. You know, it's all blending. It looks really good. That sounds so funny. Okay, perfect. Okay, I think that should just about do it, and still got that highlighter going through. Looks good. I'm gonna do the nose last, so now kind of blend in what we did. Keep it where you put it, don't make it go any further. Just the sides, just your jawline, and then top of your forehead. This is how we're going to do our nose. We're basically just gonna, we're trying to keep that top part the darker. So we kind of go back and forth to blend it. You can even take your 224 brush and blend it. But you definitely still want to have those lines there. You just don't want them to be, see how it is? Like there's still a little bit there, but you don't see that I have like super dark lines on my nose. Look how much thinner my nose looks now. It works. This isn't like a joke. Okay, so I think we're done with the face. Yep, so now we're gonna go onto the eyes. So, as part of the black market set, I had taken this gray pencil and thought, what am I gonna do for a look with this? And I thought, you know what, Valentine's Day is coming. I should probably do a little bit more of an advanced look and like a date night, you know, super glamorous look. So I did have to sharpen it from the last time I used it. We're gonna put this just on the lid as if it's a base. So we're just gonna like use it like a eyeshadow crayon. There's some creasing going. This is why I like to wait till I'm done with the face, because even some of the good primers crease. So I don't, if it's wet, I don't want to put anything on it. Now this is where we're going to have to really start making sure we don't mess up. So if you need to stretch your eye a little bit to get this color on there, doesn't have to be perfect, just enough to where it's on your lid. Don't go into the crease, just stay on the lid. You don't even really want to go too much on the outside and too much on the inside. See, that's basically as much as you really want to put on. Let's do the other eye. Don't break. This one for some reason likes to break. Ow, what the snap was that? It like stabbed me. Notice I have some makeup on my fingers. The problem when you're using dark colors is leftovers hang around and they can end up on your hand. That's why it's good to have a wipe or wipes with you so you can take it off. So I might want to go in a little bit on this one, just the tiniest bit, just the tiniest bit. I mean, we're putting like a super dark gray over this, so now we're gonna do, I mean, I know we're not done with the eyes yet. Usually we're basically doing what we normally do when we do the eyeliner look, where we kind of smoke it out. So we're gonna put this on the lower lash right now, but we'll get back to the lower lash line later, and you want to put it all the way to your lashes end. This is also going to be like a base for the shadows that go underneath. Now, normally I just want to make sure everything's even. Okay, before we do the tape thing, we're going to put our eye color on, our lid color. So that lid color, now these are the two e.l.f. colors that are dark. There's not much of a difference. This is the dark one, so this is going to be in our outer V. This is what's going on our lid. They're not named. It came in a set. It was like Smoky eye set. So you can find, I mean, you can use MAC shadows, a dark gray, shimmery gray eyeshadow, and do these same things. So we're using our shader brush we always use. We're just putting this on the lid. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be doing some other techniques, but try to get it as perfect on the lid as you can. You want to put quite a bit on there, and you're going to pat it on top because that helps with fallout, and it helps it to stick to that liner we just used it as a base. Don't need to go all the way into the inner eye, but try to keep it, try to go down to the lash line. You don't need to go all the way out of your lid. Like I said, we're going to be putting colors over that. So let's do the next eye. I'm sorry this is such a long video, but just hang in there. If there's stuff you already know how to do, you can fast forward it to the parts you don't know. I don't blame you. And I'll try to start learning how to get these done faster. That's why normally my face is done, but some looks I feel I need to, I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but I feel it's important. So we just have it on that lid. We are going to go onto the lower lash line, but not yet, because it kind of, why do I always have like face itches or nose itches when I'm doing a video? Alright, now comes the tape. You're going to take, okay, the tape is going to go from your, like, kind of like where your eye, where it ends right here. You want it to kind of go connect to the brow. So, about this much. But what we do, we don't just put it on right after we take it off, because that will totally take off all your makeup. Put it on your hand. This is going to help get rid of some of the stickiness. Take it off. Come on. Do it again. You still want it sticky, so don't unstickify it too much. Now put it right, see where I'm putting it? I want it to connect. I know we look really silly, but it is necessary. Do it to your other eye. So take another. I'm really bad about taking tape off of. I can't wrap presents for, my husband always wraps everything. Because I suck at wrapping presents. Okay, that should be enough. I want it to stick to my face. Same thing. Because we're trying to make sure that both eyes are as even as possible. I mean, it's very possible they're not going to be perfectly even. I think I did that one a little too close, but I'm going to leave it. Now, we're going in with that dark black shimmery elf color. And I kind of put that a little too close to the lower lash line. Oh well. If I take it off, it's going to take off makeup. Now we're going to use, you can use a pencil brush too, but because we are going to be coloring in, that stiff medium dome brush, we're going to dip it in. Now this is a super dark color, so you don't really want to do too much, enough to create the look we're going for, but not like too much. So this is where we need to be super careful. Stretch your eye, hold the tape. Now you're going to close your eye, and along that tape you're going to make a line. That tape is acting as a guide to draw a line. Go as high up as you feel you need to go. Don't, if you have smaller eyes, don't go too high. And then we're going to start blending this in to the eye. Or like making almost a triangle. We're going to go into the crease a little bit. But this gives literally like a perfect line. Now, because we're going to be going with another shadow over that, just keep that tape there. I do need a little, I'll do it when I do the other color. So we want to try to keep this even, so go back in with more, flick off any excess, because this kind of thing can give you some serious fallout. Make that line. use that tape as that guide. Do it slowly. If you need to like kind of open your eye up a little bit to, and then just kind of start coloring in and going in a, almost like you're drawing a V connected to that. Start going partially into the crease. Now, like I said, you want to try to keep them as on each eye as even as possible. So this one's a little thicker, so I'm going to go back over this one and try to thicken it a little bit more. So it's a little bit more as even as this eye. Okay. For now, we're done with this color. For now. We're going to take that, let's close this because we don't want to get this color everywhere. Take our Sephora lighter gray, and this is what we're going to really be using. So you see how I have basically two perfectly, almost like a cat eye. Now we're going to dip this. This is going to soften that black, and this is going to be our crease color. So you can be a little bit more generous with this color. Just make sure you do tap off excess. This is where we're going to kind of try to thicken this. So go over it, keep that tape on, and go into the crease. If you need to, you're going to go like all the way into the crease. This is going to connect everything together. And soften that black a little bit. But we'll definitely be going back for touch-ups and to soften it with our highlight. If you have a larger, like if you have a lot of space between your lid and brow, then try to go a little higher. I need more color. Why did I close this? Only when I do videos. Okay, I think that's probably good enough for that eye. Now try to keep it as even on the other eye. It's not always going to be even, perfectly even, but you know, as long as it's even enough that you don't see a major difference, you're cool. So you want to go into the crease all the way, all the way. Add more, add more. Because if you feel that one eye is a little thicker on that V than the other, then go in. Try to make it as even as you can. Now we're getting ready to take the tape off. Alright, moment of truth, kids. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. take that tape off. Try to be careful. This one's a little too sticky. No, it didn't take off too much makeup on that side. Oh my goodness, I think I put this one on a little too tight. There we go. Yeah. So there we go. We have perfectly straight but very harsh lines. So, and you know, we definitely want to soften that. So we got to go back in with pretty much all of the colors again, but to soften them. I do feel I need to go back in with my lid color a little bit. I feel that when I did that, it kind of took some of that off. I'm sorry, I don't know. This only happens when, I don't know, I'm not nervous to talk to anybody. So, but when I do these videos, like my nose starts to run, my face starts to itch. It's like I'm having an allergic reaction. But I am not shy in any way, shape, or form. So I don't know why I do that. It's so funny. I mean, I've done like stand up. I'm not shy. I do notice a little bit of fallout on this side, so I'm going to take as quickly as possible, as soon as you notice fallout, and quickly try to get rid of that. And do both just in case. Now, I'm definitely, I don't know if you could tell, but you can see where some of the makeup has come off. That's why it's advised to do this look before you put your foundation on. I feel I have a fuzz somewhere. Oh, still got some on my nose. This is why it takes so long, because it's something you have to, you gotta take time with this look. You can't just be like, oh, let's put it on as super fast as possible. No, you gotta take your time. So now I'm gonna go back in with the tiniest bit more of that black. It's probably, except for the lower lash line, will be the last time we use this black. And it gets, I mean, it's getting on my hands. You gotta be careful. So I'm gonna go, try not to mess it up too much. Just color that in a little bit more. Take a little bit more to the other eye. Just go up. Now, I should have brought like a paper towel, but now we're going back in with the Sephora color, and we're going to really try to get in the crease and make that black less harsh. I have another brush too. You can go back in later if we need to get the crease higher. It's not going to go too high because we don't want it to, we want it to go with the point. So you're kind of just meeting with that point. So, okay. And let's do the other eye real quick. And then we're going to go in with our highlight color to really start trying to soften stuff up. And you can do this look with, like, I've done this look before, with like a really lighter color on the lid, and then like this gorgeous like red color. I have pictures of it on my on FabGab. It's so pretty. I love it. So we can put that brush down for now. Now we're busting out the 224. We don't need any of the e.l.f. colors right now. Right now it's trying to soften the harsh line. Unless you want it harsh. If you want it like that, keep it like that. But if you don't, then let's bust out this highlighting, which I'm going to have to buy another one. So I can't live without this. And start in your, of course, your underneath your brow, and then we're going to kind of go alongside. But first, let's get our brow highlighted. We're going to be going in with some white too, because white opens the eye, and with dark colors like this, you want your eye to have some dimension. Alright, so take some more of this, and we're going to go alongside that edge and really try to soften this, you know, just that line, just to, so it's not so harsh. I mean, this is something you might have to go back and forth. I mean, I don't want to keep you here all day, so if I can't get it super the way I want it to be, but at least it's pretty, then. And we're going to go back in with our makeup after we're done with the eyes. We're not going to be putting any, fixing that makeup where the makeup may have come off. We're not fixing that yet because we want to finish our eyes first. Alright. I mean, really, that's... So, let's put that down. Now we're going to take that white color, that e.l.f. color that came with that set. It's just a normal white shimmery color. Normally when I suggest putting white on your lid, especially if it's shimmery, because we don't want to look like, you know, we just learned how to do our makeup today. Usually you just keep it on like the outer part of your eyebrow, but today, no, we're going like, and because we put that highlight there, it's not going to be super white, but it's going pretty much all underneath that eyebrow. See? Kind of opens that eye up. You can go back in with your 224 and kind of blend this. Ooh, I'm getting way too much fallout. Way too much. I really didn't even need to use this brush. I could have used a blending type brush, but just kind of wanted to be a little bit more precise with where I'm putting this. So, you need to go back on one if you have, you notice more white on one side. I think it's the lighting, but yeah, I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit on each eye right now and blend it with that 224. And that makes it to where I know it's, plus that's going to soften that upper part. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Like a little bit more on this side. It's not a ton of, I'm not putting a ton of white on the top. It might look like I am, but I'm not. I'm just trying to, it's like gonna add light. Like I said, this is an intense look. This isn't your everyday look. So now we're gonna take the Sonia Kushak, if that's how you pronounce it, I don't know. We're going to use this right now for going into the inner tear ducts, because normally I don't put this much, but with this dark of a color, I kind of want it a little bit more dramatic to open your eye. Go down and like that, and blend it into blend it in, blend it up, blend it down. That kind of goes into the colors on your lid, and you're opening your eye. See, just a little bit. And blend and blend, blend and blend and blend, and there we go. That really pretty much covers the white. But we can also take this brush and do some blending and softening with this brush. Go in and kind of mix everything together. Just try to soften it. Be careful. Just trying to soften this. We're not trying to like change really anything. We just want to soften this look. Oops, did I go? No, okay. But this really softens it. So you can go over the entire lid with this brush now. Just go in those harsh, where the harsh lines are. You know, like on the crease, on the outer straight line. Just soften it. Alright, that's pretty much it for shadows on the lid as of right now. Okay, now I'm going to take my MAC 266 and we're going to start doing our lower lash line. We always go from lightest to darkest, so we already have the gray on underneath. I need to make sure no shadows, there's no fallout from anything like the white. And I'm going to go in with the lightest of the colors, which is the Sephora. And I'm going to just, this is that angled, another, it's a MAC angled liner brush. But we're going to be smudging this out with a much larger brush than we normally would, because with the smoky eye like this, you want it to be even. So if it doesn't really match the look, then I'm just adding color on right now. So go, and I kind of, you kind of go not all the way into the tear duct, but basically like we usually do, where we take it to the where your lashes start or stop. kind of want to make it look like it's connected, so if you want, you can kind of stretch your eye from where that line is and meet it. You can kind of do that when you go in with the black. So now we're going to go in with the gray. We can actually start doing that with the gray. This is going to be going in a third of the way. So take that. Really try to get as much color on there, because when we blend it, we want it to be very smoky underneath our eye. Kind of stretch it so it meets with the end of our other colors. Now don't worry about any of the colors getting in your lash line, because this is it's a very intense look anyways, but we will be putting a nude color in our waterline, which will open our eyes. So let's do the other eye. I'm getting a little bit of fallout. I mean, we're using kind of a lot of colors and a lot of dark colors. This is going like, it's actually going about halfway, not a third. Alright. Now go in with the black. Now this one you just want to kind of keep towards the end of the eye, because it's the darkest. Always go from, if you're adding more than one color, lighter to darker. So I'm just doing it like basically just a tiny bit. But when I smoke that out, it's going to look really awesome. What's great about this brush is you have a lot more control with what you're doing. Sometimes like you get eyeshadow in your eye when you're doing looks like this. I have like so sensitive eyes. If there's the smallest piece of fuzz in my eye, I'm gonna feel it, and it's gonna drive me nuts. So when I get eyeshadow in my eye, it drives me nuts. I'm not gonna need this again, and if I do, I can just use the other brush. So now we're gonna actually go back in with that stiff dome brush that we used to make our line and outer V, and we're going to use that to blend it out, not a pencil brush, because we want the lower lash line to be a bit thicker than normal. So stretch your eye and just go along your lower lash line, try to connect it and smudge it, so you're softening those that under those colors under there. You're kind of, you know, making it more intense, but not as harsh. Really, I mean, this is a really advanced, you know, smoky eye. This is like, when we're talking about a smoky eye, this is a smoky eye. Not that Maybelline thing we did. That was pretty funny. I mean, I can use that for other stuff, but I mean, look how intense that is. Now, we do not want to go in with a liner that is a dark color, because it's going to just close our eye, and we don't want our eyes to close up. We want to have big, bright, beautiful eyes. So now we're going to go in with our Rimmel in nude, or whatever color is going to work best for your skin tone. Don't worry about the black, because like the nude is kind of gonna fix it anyways. So don't worry about there being any. It's okay to have some black in there because it's pretty. But see, it opens it up. You don't want to use white because it's going to be wildly drastic. So going with the nude color or a flesh color. Now we're going to go back in and we are going to fix our face. I'm going to take my Sonia Kushak brush and I'm going back in with this concealer foundation palette. And I'm going to go in with the color that this best matches my face. And I've been using this one right here. And I'm just going to stiffle a little bit and try to just keep it where that color came off. You can use your foundation. You just want to make sure that if there's any blank spots there, it's not showing because it looks funny. I mean, I have right here, where I can see the tape line, so I kind of need to do a little bit more on this side. Now I want to go with a bit of a lighter color. Probably use my here, let's wipe this off real quick. Sorry, I like to, if I'm done with the brush, I want it to be clean, like when I'm done, because then I don't have to go back in and clean a ton of brushes. Just how I am. Okay, now I did use that same brush last time I did this, but it kind of made it too dramatic. So I'm going to go in with this light foundation, but I'm going to use this brush to put under the eye. And I'll probably go over it with some powder. This is just to kind of clean up and brighten my eye. This is kind of almost replacing that highlighter that I put on. See? Much better. Don't need too much, but at least enough to give a little highlight. Make sure. Alright, so my face is back on. I could probably, let's do this. I've got an idea. Let's take that illuminator, just so that it's not all the way gone. Put it, take whatever, there's a tiny bit that's come off. Just kind of back on the face. The brush. That is much better. It's like nothing ever went away. But you guys see why? Like, I mean, this is like an intense look. So, we're at an hour and 18 minutes. I actually have done it a bit faster than I did yesterday. It's technically the third time I've done this week, so I better be doing it faster. But, okay, so we're done with this brush. Why is it, like, coming out and getting everywhere? So I'm going to clean this brush. This way I have less and less brushes to clean when I have to clean them all. Okay, now we want to do, now I would normally say either put your falsies on, but we're not doing falsies because I want to wait until I've used them a little bit more before I show you how to put them on. Where is my, there, okay. We're using my L'Oreal, the Blackest Black, and the brush I use is the brush that came with it. because with fibro, your hands do get painful, and I can get kind of an unsteady hand, and I don't want to mess up my eyeliner. So I do like those crooked. I have one, but for right now, I've been using these. And you can just do it. I'm not sure where it's at. You can go all the way in if you want. Just do it in sections, though. You don't need to do a full straight line. You can just kind of start from one area and work your way. So that's what it's done. I started from the very inside. This kind of has a lot more on it, so I'm going to start from the middle, work my way back, and then go back into the front. Try to keep it as close to the lash line as possible if you can. Oh, I did the same thing I did yesterday. I got it on. But that's what this little guy's for. I'm trying to wet this. Just go in there, get that right off. There. Perfect. So, okay, eyeliner's done. Normally we wouldn't do this until after we put our lashes on, because it'll hide the lash glue, or the lash, you know, when you put the lashes on, sometimes there's that little area you can see. It's good to go over that with your eyeliner. So now let's curl our lashes. Or you guys can put on your falsies, or however you do it. But I'm using 2 mascaras because I want one for length and I want one for volume. So first I'm going to start with the one for length, which is the Ulta Legendary Length. So see how it's a thinner wand? So we're doing one coat of this. Make sure you put it on the bottom, just like I'm going to with the other. Now I noticed that I got a little bit of gel liner in this side now, so I need to get that out of there. Okay, that's good. So let's, and see, don't do this thing, do like twirl inside. And if you're ever going to do makeup on somebody and you're going to use one of your mascaras, because I have, like, I buy extra wands so that you're not using the wand that goes onto your eyes, because you can spread germs like red eye and stuff like that, and you don't want to do that. It's basically what they, you know, if you get your makeup done at MAC or anywhere else, that's what they do. Unless it's someone's doing makeup on you and it's your products, then, you know, of course it's fine to use your mascara. So now let's go in with the one that's going to thicken. We're so close, guys. We're so close. I know it's a long process, but the outcome It's so sexy. You know, you put your hottest dress on, and this look will stay on all night. It has, both times that I've put it on during the day. It has lasted me the entire day without creasing or like melting down my face. Oops, kind of slipped there. Gotta clean that. So, I'm using that fatter brush, which is giving me, I really should be like, I mean, I advise anybody who's watching to wear false lashes with this look. I can't. I have to stick to the shorter pairs. Alright, all we got left is our lipstick. And this is it's a matte, the NYX, in that shocking pink. If you saw the picture, you can tell it's a lot pinker than, go to FabGab, look at my tutorial preview products or tutorial products. The picture is going to show how much pink this really is. Oh, I love it. What is that? See, sometimes, I don't know why, that lipstick tends to wanna, it's like I have to use this end. It all depends how the lips. I don't like smacking my lips together when I put lipstick on. It kind of ruins. And don't smack your lips when you put lip gloss on. Don't. It will totally ruin it. It's just the way this lipstick is shaped that it's not wanting to fit my mouth. But all I need to do, see, I don't like smacking my lips together, but if it's going to save me from needing to mess up or something, I do have a lip brush. Now we're going to put this, like, because this is so bright, you don't want to go out like this. You definitely want to put a gloss on it. And this is a shimmering gloss, so it kind of adds that extra sparkle. It's and it's the NYX, it's the Glam Gloss, which I don't normally use, in Velvet Rose. I like it. Don't smack your lips together. Do the bottom, do the top. Yeah. Because if you smack your lips together, it could completely destroy your lips. You want them to be luscious. Do one side of the top, the other side. Oh, I'm in love. Now we're gonna take our hair down. We're gonna fluff it out. And we are done, girls. What a gorgeous, dark, sexy, smoky eye. I wish I can go get my pictures taken. I already have a picture of this look, so I'm not going to do it again. But it only took an hour Only took an hour and a half. If you do feel you need to fast forward through parts, go for it. Because like really some of the main stuff is the eyes. I really hope you like this look. It doesn't always have to be Valentine's Day. You can wear it, you know, on a clubbing. You're going out to club. I mean, this is perfect for going out clubbing. If you just want to get that Kardashian gorgeous smoky eye that you just, you know, you can't really achieve this look drawing a line with shadow. You have to use like some type of guideline. It's just so much easier. Unless you're like super pro. I mean, I can technically draw a line and make a V, but this just makes it so perfectly, you know, that straight line, and then you just blend it out some, and it's just so sexy. So this is it, guys, and I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Sign up for my blog, which is JEANA, the number 48, the letter H.tumblr.com. I'm on Pinterest now. There's my Google Plus. If you see on my channel, it'll show you pretty much every site that I'm on. So it's not hard to find me. Yet somehow somebody couldn't get a hold. I'm not going to bring it up. Alright, happy Valentine's Day to everybody, and I really hope you have fun tonight. My hubby's working, and I have to wait until the 1st to really enjoy some, you know, Valentine's stuff. So, but it's all good. I'll have him home tonight and have dinner and stuff. So maybe we can have some sushi tonight. Yay! Alright, guys, this has been fun, and it's really gorgeous. I'm gonna sport this all day long. It's Valentine's Day. Have a good one, and have fun with your best male or best girl friend. Any way you want to, male or female. Alright? Alright. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. Please leave comments. I'll see you next week for our last black market look. Okay, thank you. Bye.